Om Shanti, and welcome to this new episode of Spiritually Speaking. No doubt we are living in difficult times, but it is our responsibility to not surrender to these emotions and win over the situation, to remain positive so that we can help everybody around us. In the month of May, we will explore the value of positivity, learn how to build a positive personality, and start to think positive in all situations, come what may. And for this exploration on positivity, we have with us our special guest from Om Shanti Retreat Center, Sister Vidatri. Welcome, Sister, to this first episode in the series of positivity on Spiritually Speaking.
Om Shanti, thank you.
So we will dig into the conversation right away, and we really want to understand, before we go into detail, what is the meaning of positivity and what do you mean by positive thinking?
See, there are two words that you used, positive and thinking. So, positive, as we all know, we also use in the mathematical equations, positive means summation, to add on something. So, anything that adds value to you, anything that adds strength to you, anything that uplifts you is positive. Now, when I talk about thinking, so thinking is, or thought process is a natural phenomena, is something very natural to all human beings. So thoughts are the creation of our mind, and they are energy, the energy waves that create vibrations. So when I create some vibrations which uplift me and everybody around me, that is called positive thinking.
So, Sister, we often say that the negative and positive both exist in nature. So is it not only natural for us to sometimes think negative?
Actually, negativity does not exist on its own. What exists in nature is actually positive. But negativity is a void that is created when positivity is eroded. So let me give you an example. So if you have a road, you will find there are different potholes on the road. Now the potholes are not natural. When the road was built, it wasn't built with those potholes. It was smooth. But erosion of the substance of which the road is made up of, that has created potholes. So whenever what is natural and positive in us, when that is eroded away, that lacuna or that void is given the name of negativity. So negativity was not natural, it does not exist in the environment. But because we do not have positive, the name that we have given to the missing link or the void, that is negativity.
So we use the word positivity so frequently in our daily conversations, yet I feel we do not fully understand the term. So can you tell us what exactly is positivity? What does it mean?
Exactly. So we have so many perceptions about positivity, but if I talk in a bit of scientific way, so for example, our body is made up of 5 different elements, right? So I need those 5 elements in the right proportion so as to maintain a balance of my body. For example, water. So when you are feeling thirsty, what is happening to you is that the water content of your body is reducing. So to refill that water content, to create a balance, you need to drink water from outside, and you will drink only that much of water which you need to rebalance that water content in your body. Similarly, apart from the physical side, we have a very subtle emotional side. We have a spiritual side, and positivity is something that is needed to recreate that balance in that spiritual entity of ours. So whether it is peace, whether it is happiness, we are made up of peace. We are made up of happiness. We are all loving beings. We all need love. Our natural, instant response is to give love, unless someone really tampers us. So that is our natural way of living. So whatever naturally I am, whenever I need to rebalance that natural side of mine, that filling is what is positivity. To add that in my life, to recreate that balance is positivity. And when you act from the core, which is actually positive, your reactions, your words, your responses, everything, that is positive.
we hear a lot of people say that we are positive people and let's spread positivity around and positive vibes only and hashtag positivity. But what does it really mean to be a positive person or have a positive outlook in life?
To say that I'm a positive person is that positivity is my first choice. For example, you have a negative situation. So being positive does not mean that you do not see the situation as it is. You don't accept the situation as it is. You blindfold yourself and say, I will not look at negative things. That's not positivity. You look at situation as a whole. But your first response to that situation is positive. Even if the situation is hopeless. But what you first see out of that situation is, where in this hopeless situation can I bring hope? So a positive person is a person whose conditioning of mind is to look for solution and not to grieve about problems, not to complain about what went wrong. So he's always on a track to find solutions.
It is common understanding that to be a positive person, you should just see positivity around you and not see the negative at all. Just see goodness and ignore the negative. But is that right? Because if that is true, you would be ignoring all of the errors and mistakes and faults and hence completely ignoring any scope for improvement. Is that the correct approach?
No, I don't believe that to be positive is not to see faults. Rather, if you want to add something, positivity means to add, summation. If you want to add, you would always have to see what's lacking. So it's not to have a fault-finding mindset. It's not to search negativity, but to see the situation as it is, to accept the situation as it is. So if it's dark, you have to acknowledge it's dark in the room, and then you know where to put on the lights from. So to be positive is to know from where you have to put on the light, but to acknowledge that you need light. You can't be blindfolded and you can't shy away from negativity, you can't shy away from practical things.
Thank you so much for clearing so many basic doubts about positivity and being positive in life. But why is it necessary to always be positive? Can I not just sometimes be negative and sometimes be positive, or choose to be negative sometimes when I feel like?
Because when you are progressing, when you're doing something, and if your energy is sometimes up, sometimes low, gradually you find yourself almost in the same situation as you were before. You're adding something, you're subtracting something, the result is nil, right? So to be always positive is to always look for solutions, is to always move ahead in life. Whenever I look for negativity, I may notice negativity, but it does not mean that I become negative. I don't allow that negativity to influence me, to stop me, to have a standstill. So I may see things which are negative around me. I can sense what are the faults, what are the things that need to be corrected. But to be positive is to always move ahead, to find solutions, is to always progress in life. And I think we all want that. We all want to progress. If we want to be where we are, it's okay. One day I am positive, another day I am negative. That's okay for me. But it will only result in stagnancy. It will not help you move ahead. It will not help you find solutions. And today, the more and more problems we see around us, we are in dire need of solutions. And the solutions will not come from top. They will not rain. We have to create solutions. We have to find, even if there are solutions around us, we have to find. And the solution finding approach or solution creating mindset needs strength. And that strength comes when you add strength, when you add value to yourself. For that, you need to be positive.
So this brings me to my next question, which is, how can positive thinking and a positive attitude in life help us build a better self-esteem and more confidence in our personality?
Self-esteem and positivity, they go hand in hand. They are all, they are complementing each other. So if you are positive, you see what's there in you, which brings your self-esteem, your self-worth. You can only be self-esteem. You can only have self-esteem when you know your worth. I am this, and this is what I am proud of. This is my speciality. This is my uniqueness. I am born with this. This is a God gift for me. So when you know your worth, and you know how to use your worth in your practical life, that brings positivity. And when you are positive, you are able to notice not just your worth, but you also notice positive things in other people. So you enjoy life, you acknowledge, you appreciate things around you, you appreciate yourself, you love yourself, and that self-love, self-care helps you to move ahead. Because in times when no one loves you, at times when you find nobody supporting you, you know what's there, you are supporting yourself. You are the one who has that strength to move forward, even if others are not moving forward with you.
We'd like to understand this in a little more detail. Let us say there is a person who's not liked by many people, who does not have many friends, and he often gets ignored when in groups. How should a person react to this situation positively? What is the right positive approach in such a situation?
So the first thing that I need to do is, see, if I need 10 and if there are 10 people giving 1, 1, 1, 1, I can easily have 10. But if I need 10 and there's nobody giving me, I need to generate my 10 on my own. So if there are people who are loving me, it's okay, I can always feel good about it. And then I don't need too much work on myself. But if there's nobody who's loving me, although it's not true, but if I feel that people are not loving me, I need to love myself first, because I need to give myself that love that I wanted from everybody else. Secondly, why do I feel that people don't love me? Let me ask myself that basic question. At times, we identify ourselves with the work we do. We identify ourselves by the clothes we wear, by the looks I have. So if someone says, "You're not looking good today," I will feel, oh, they don't love me. They didn't say that we didn't love you, we don't love you. They said that we don't like the looks that you carry today. If someone says that this work of yours is not up to the mark, I feel they don't like me. They didn't like the work that I did, but it's not that they didn't like me. My work and I are not the same. My looks and I, we are not the same. My clothes and I, we are not the same. If I identify myself with all these things which are external to me, and if people don't like them, I feel as if people don't like me. So I need to understand who am I first, and I need to create my identity which is different from the clothes I wear, the looks I carry, the work I do, my qualification, my language, my accent, my height, my weight, my color. I am not these. So the moment I feel and I know who I am, and I find people appreciating me for what I am, acknowledging my qualities, I will feel loved by everybody, and first and foremost, I will create love for myself.
Thank you so much for that clear understanding of how one should positively respond in a situation. Which brings me to my next question, and that is seeing someone else's fault or seeing my own faults, is that negative thinking?
I would not say focus, but noticing. If you are seeing faults around you, if you are seeing negativities around you, with the intention to correct those, with an intention to add your value to those, that's not being negative. A doctor will never, move away from patients. A doctor invites patients into his clinic and says, "You are the patient and I am the doctor, I can treat you." So that's a positive approach. You know that there's something that people need, and because they're negative, and you have something to add to their lives which is positive. So finding faults does not mean always having a fault noticing mindset, but you see what's wrong, you see the weakness, you do your own SWOT analysis, you know your strengths, your weakness. This is the opportunity to convert your weakness into your strength, or to use your strength to overcome your weakness, and this is the truth, by the way, in that process. So to be aware of all these things is a natural knowledge that we should have, but a positive personality will not stop there noticing the weaknesses or noticing the negativity. He will be that doctor who wants to treat that negativity and convert that into positivity.
The world is going through difficult times, and there is so much pain, loss, and suffering around us. Do you think in these times positivity is a privilege and a luxury extended only to a few? Should we not have the right to grieve and be in an emotional space? What should be the response in these times?
All the more I would say, brother, that to be positive, to feel positive is our responsibility. If not privilege, if not a luxury, it's definitely our responsibility. When you see things around you going so negative and you know there's dire need of positivity in the minds of people, in the scenario, this situation is not affecting us as an individual. It is affecting us, it's affecting our families, our economy, our country, the whole world. And we all are one world family. So in this time, when I see my own brethren, my own kin, my own family members, immediate family or global family suffering from negativity, it's my responsibility to be positive and to bring that freshness, to bring that ray of hope in their lives. If they can't see the light, I need to turn them towards light, to show them the light. So accepting situation as it is, yes, there is a loss, a great loss. It's a personal loss, it could be a loss of any magnitude, but definitely there is life ahead that. There we have to move on. And somebody who's faced that loss cannot see that light on its own. So you have to be that light, you have to be the guiding light. So thinking positive in these times is our responsibility.
So considering that it is our responsibility to be a source of hope, strength and positivity for everybody around us, how should we personally find the courage and strength to remain positive in these times?
You have courage, accept that. This is not the first time that you have faced any challenge, and you're not the only one who are facing this challenge. We're all together. When we are working as a team, any challenge is shared amongst the team members. So this time is a crucial time for all of us. We are not alone. And this is not the first time that I am handling a difficult situation. In your life, right from learning how to ride a bicycle, to your examination, to your career choice, to everything, it might not be a serious physical loss, but we've always handled situations which at those times were more than our magnitude of courage. But this definitely is a global situation, but we are not alone. And secondly, to have that courage in you. For example, there's a small child who is afraid of entering into a dark room. He knows he doesn't have the courage. He keeps on waiting outside the room, someone to come and help him and get that thing from that room. But if that child's mother or father comes, he says, "Come with me." Then he is no more fearing, then he is confident because he knows he might not have that courage to face darkness, but his parents do. So if I am a beautiful creation of the Almighty, I have that Almighty by my side each and every time. The more I'm open to Him, the more I receive His grace, His blessings, His power. If I am not courageous enough, let me make Him my companion. Together we can move ahead. You being my friends, I would like to share my own experience. I always see life as a very simple formula. A plus B is equal to C. A is what you are. B is what you need to become C, what you want. So A is something that we have so far neglected, what I am. I need to first know what's there in me. I am sent by God. I am a beautiful creation of the Creator. I am the loved child of my parents. I'm someone who matters a lot to someone's life. So what is that in me that is loved by people? What is that in me that was programmed in me by someone who thought this is something that only this person can do? Let me find out that uniqueness of mine. And when I stand on that foundation of my uniqueness and I understand that this is something that I need to add in myself. If you see one side of it, you might say it's your negativity or your weakness, but I would say this is something that you need to add in yourself, that is B, and then you become C. So always be aware of what is unique in you. Firstly, love yourself for that, and always have that learning ability. Be that Arjun who is focusing only on the eye of the bird to see what you want to add in your life. and then easily you can overcome all the hurdles. You can face boldly all the comments, all the feedbacks, all the judgments for you, because you know you're not the best, but you know you can be the best very soon.
Thank you so much for joining us for this first episode on positivity and telling us so many things about positivity and how to build a positive personality.
Thank you and have a nice day.
Stay tuned on Spiritually Speaking for more content on staying positive and building a positive attitude in the month of May. Let's together build a positive lifestyle. Om Shanti.